what it is. I got to make a living. Okay. So my name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay. No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage. That's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed. No fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through maybe the day before. Make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take 2. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, SDC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all. And then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason. And then the ones you got for the wrong reason, See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it. Or the ones you got wrong for the right reason, I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit. Okay. And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass. Okay. Good. Okay. Everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I got to pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal. Go beat this thing. We got it, baby. We're up. Okay, everyone. Welcome on. Welcome on. Welcome on. Happy Tuesday, late. Thanks for being patient. I had a coaches meeting. I got roped into coaching lacrosse again this year. I thought I was retired, but my grandson's playing, and they need somebody who's been in the program a couple times. The program, not the rehab program, a program, the lacrosse program. So I'm helping out. Everyone, happy to see you guys. I love doing this shit every fucking Tuesday and Thursday. It's my favorite time. Let me switch that. Let me change that so it's not reversed. Change audio. Boom. Okay, what's weird is all my damn songs are gone. I don't know what the fuck happened, but oh well, we'll figure it out. Okay. Now, hope everyone's doing well. I don't know what happened. I think because I added a co-host and it all got fucked up. Okay, anyway, happy on. I love this shit. Happy Tuesday. Remember, this is FINRA night, baby. It's FINRA night. We are going hard, or we're going ham on this. Somebody made a request, so I'm going to tell you right now. Somebody made a request for a certain song, and I apologize ahead of time. So I got to tell David it's teed up. I do have it teed up, so if you come on, I will play it, but I do apologize ahead of time. I'm apologizing ahead of time because the song the person wants is not something I would normally play. Oh, and now. Couple quick things we got. If you need help tutoring, there's FINRA NASA Exam Test Prep Network. Scrolling across the bottom, that's my Facebook group. Has 7,500 people in it. Very, very active. People passing, coming on, telling them how they felt, your process, stuff like that, and supporting each other. People staying on for years after. It's like a real fucking community. It is outstanding. Okay. Also, if you need help, I can tutor you. That's one thing I do. I'm series7exam.org. So let's see if it switches over. There it is. That's my website, series7exam.org, but you do have to book a couple weeks out. Even though I teach 12 hours a day, it's booked out for a while. Now, I do have a couple classes this month. If I'm too expensive and you can't find anyone on my website with my other tutors, check out Michael Weiss over at series7examtutor.com. He's outstanding. He's really good. Okay. Here we go, baby. Where's my shit? Okay. Let's just do this one. And bam. Okay. I think we're done with that. There we go. And let's get into the chats, baby. Also, if you need help with the options, please join my options thing. It will change your life. Okay. Now, here we go. I'm starting late. I do apologize. So let's see. Guadalupe. Kitty, you should be able to hear me now, right? Can you hear me now? Okay. Guadalupe. Okay. Okay. First of all, the spreads. I have videos on it, which will help you, but let's talk about it real quick. Okay. Now, a spread is buy, call, sell, call. We got that, right? Or buy, put, sell, put. As one of my students said, and I wish I could give her credit. I think her name was Tina. I don't remember. She came on like one of my classes and then passed the next day. That's how good I am. She remembered bedspread. That's how she remembered bedspread. So buy, sell is always a spread. So now I buy, call, sell, call. Now here's the deal on this. I do videos that will help you, but let me help you a little bit here. First things first, you have to net the premiums. You have to subtract them, okay? You must subtract them, okay? You have to subtract them, have to. Now, the next part of this, okay? You have to subtract them. Okay, Jeff, welcome on. You look like you're out in the middle of the sun. And it looks like when you logged on, you deleted all my music somehow, but that's okay. I don't know what to fucking do now. I'm going to have to sing these songs. Okay, so now, I may just have to keep playing this thing. So now, when we get back into this, so spreads are buy call, sell call. So let's say it's Write this down, Guadalupe. Buy 50, call it 9. Sell a 60, call it 3. Buy 50, call it 9. Sell a 60, call it 3. So then the net premium is $6. Okay, that's a $6 net premium. We got that. Okay, it's a $6 net premium. Now, since it's a call spread, remember this. You have 650 and 60. Since it's a call spread, remember, call up, put down, just like regular ones, right? So you're going to add to the lower. So the net premium of 6, you're going to add to the lower strike price. Since it's a call, not debit or credit, because it's a call. If it's a put spread, you subtract from the top one. Remember that. Call up, put down. You either add to the bottom or subtract from the top. Because like a put. Call up, put down. Same shit. Now, we have 50 plus 6. So my break even's 56. Now, Guadalupe, if you look, which one had the higher premium? The buy the 50 call. That's bullish. So we're bullish from 56 up. So anything from 56 up to 60 is my gain of 4. And anything below 56 down to the strike price is 6. So again, here's the big thing. Spreads have a limited gain, limited loss. Find the break even. Net the premiums. Add it to the call, subtract from the put. Break even to the strike prices is going to be your gain or loss. So if it's bullish, anything above the break even to the strike price is your gain, and anything below is your loss. If it's bearish, anything below the break even to the strike price is your gain, your loss. Now here's another little trick. Your gain and loss will always equal the spread. What does that mean, Ken? You're an idiot. The difference between the two strike prices, 40 to 50, is 10. Adding the max gain, max loss will always equal that. It'll never be more, never be less. So if you come up, if you have a 40-50 call spread and you come up with like a gain, like a max gain of 15, can't be. Fucking moron, can't be. It has to be, can't be more than 10. Okay? So you know that if you come up with a max loss of 6, then the gain has to be 4. Okay. I think that works. No, onward. Okay. I see. Now, Matthew D'Souza. Nice Irish name. Now, quick overview of CMOs. I will throw the link in the chat when I'm done. But you gotta listen. So listen, real quick. When you have a mortgage, right? You buy a mortgage, buy a house, you buy a mortgage, you're paying every month. Now the bank or the whatever you want to call the bank or the mortgage servicer will take that loan and go, "Oh, I'm getting $1,000 a month for the next 30 years." Now, some of that return, some of that money is interest, some of it is principal, right? So they're getting money every month. They're going to get the money back paid over 30 years. They go, "Oh, I'm going to sell that to someone who wants that." So let's say they lent you $100,000. And that means over 30 years, that's going to pay out about $300,000 in monthly payments to them. So they will sell that for like $140,000, maybe 120, whatever it is. They take your loan and they go, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to sell it to someone." My old passport. Now they're going to sell that to someone else. We'll pay them 120. Now that someone else is now getting the income stream, but they don't want to do that. They're going to sell that to investors. They're going to grab a bunch of investors that come in and buy into it. They're going to buy it, and each investor is going to get. I'm going to get. What the hell is this? Okay, there it is. I'm going to throw it in here first. Then we're going to talk. So the whole point is that, so when you're setting that up, okay, the option, Jeffrey Silverman, it's 8 p.m. every Friday. Now, so Matt, this is going to be, I think this is going to be a short one tonight because we started late and people are going to fall asleep on me. No, not me because I'm hyper. Now you say you pay $1,000 into this CMO thing, right? You're going to pay $1,000 and you're going to make like, $10 a month or $5 a month, whatever it is for every 1,000. And maybe every month you're going to get $60 a year. That's 6%. And that's going to be for the next 30 years. So you're going to make $1,800, $2,000, whatever it is. Okay. Now you're getting monthly payments every month. Every fucking month you get payments. Here's the problem. When rates, so now everyone, like my daughter has a mortgage is 7%. She has a big house, maybe 6.5%, maybe 6 3/4. What's going to happen over the next couple of years? Interest rates are going to drop. What is she going to do? She's going to refinance, which means pay off her mortgage, get a mortgage somewhere else and pay off the one she has. So whoever invested in her mortgage will now be earning less money. So you buy into this thing expecting $60 a month or $5 a month, whatever, for this CMO for every 1,000 you put in, right? And what's going to happen is they pays it off. Now instead of getting $5 a month, you're going to get $4. So that when rates drop, people start refinancing the mortgages and you're going to make less money. Remember, this is a high fucking overview, right? That my video does a better job with visuals and stars and explosions and all that stuff. So twist endings, stuff like that. Now, As it drops, okay, as their interest rates drop, more and more people refinance. That's called prepayment risk. Because remember, you're getting pieces of everyone's mortgage, but as they pay off, you're having less money to get paid off. So what happens is you're getting paid less every month. There it is. And now the other risk is if the rates go up, let's say they go up, say Trump does this shit and the economy bangs out and they have to raise rates even more. So rates go to 9-10%. Now you're only getting 7%. So all the new CMOs and mortgage-backed securities are coming out paying a higher rate, like 9 or 10%. You're still getting 7%. So your thing's not as attractive, so drop in price. That's called extension risk because you can't really get out of it that well. So again, watch my video on it, Matthews, okay? Matthews D'Souza. Now, go again, biggest risk, you're getting monthly income. Your biggest risk on a CMO or mortgage-backed securities, prepayment risk. Then we have extension risk. Default risk is there, but it's not really a thing because people don't really default on their home loans. It's even during the crash, it was a high percentage for what's normal, but it's still very low. I think it was like 12-15% defaults, which is a lot in that world, but not a lot. That means 85% didn't default. Okay. Here we go. Aaron. Aaron's in the house. Yay. Okay, so now a bond convertible of $50 is selling at 105% of parity, while the common stock has a current market value of 45. What is the market value of the bond? Okay. So first of all, first thing you do, Aaron, right? First thing we do is do a par divided by the convertible price. Everyone do that. Not in your heads, on a calculator. Par divided by the convertible price. 1,000 divided by 50. What's that going to give you? 20. That means you're going to get 20 shares for every bond you convert, okay? You're going to get 20 shares for every bond you convert. That's your ratio. Now, what are you going to do with that? To get parity, either you're going to divide the market price of the bond, which you don't have, or multiply it times the common stock price. So you have 20 times 45, okay? So you're going to get 20 shares per bond. It's trading at 45. What's that worth? 20 times 45 is nine bills, okay? So that's parity is $900. So right now, if the bond's trading at 900, it's a parity. If it's trading above it, you would not convert. However, the bond is trading above it because it's 105%. So it's 105% of this number, baby. You're going to do times. You can do times 5%, add it, or do my cheaty way. I do 900 times 1.05. That adds in. If I do the 1.05, that adds in the 100% plus the 5. Boom. It's be 945, baby. That's where it's trading. That is where it's trading. Boom. So again, first step, part about the convertible price. Now remember, if they give you the ratio, if they say, oh, it turns into how many shares, they did the first step for you. Now, part divided by the convertible price, and then you either multiply that number times the common stock, which I say always do anyway, or divide the bond price by that number and do the math. That's it. Convertible, as I say, Aaron, the test is easy, right? Don't hit me. Okay. Thank you, Carly. Okay, now. Okay, I'll get you. I am 10 minutes behind. Not so bad. Okay, so the big thing is, let's talk about this. Technical analysis is like voodoo math, okay? So when I was running the trading desk with Jeff, when I was running the CCO of the desk and Jeff was there, CCO of the firm, we had 100 and something traders, almost 200 traders, right? And most of them were tech, because day traders are not fundamentalists. That sounds not good. That sounds like it's from somewhere else. But technical traders always look at trends, patterns, stuff like that. So they do things like they use patterns. They look for momentum. So like there's always patterns in the market, right? So we have resistance on the top, support on the bottom. A head and shoulders is like it goes up a little bit. Hold on. Let me do this. I think I can do this. There we go. And let me share the screen. No, I think let's see how you guys see this. Okay, so let me change this up. There we go. I should just I'm going to push Jeff down. No, I'm kidding. So now we have, and Jeff, if you see anything big, let me know. Okay, so we have in technical analysis, we have up here, and then we have down here. I'll make up numbers. Okay, so let's say the stock's trading at 60. That's 60 and 50. Hope everyone can see that, right? We can all see that. Good stuff. Wait for the 50 to show up. I hit enter. Okay. Now, if you see the stock going like up and down and up, we're creating pattern. So that creates resistance because it keeps bouncing off 60. That's overbought. Down toward 50, it's oversold, up and down. So that is like we've now created support and resistance. So up here, the 60 is resistance. Down here is the support. It keeps bouncing off. Now, let's talk about the different little patterns that people use. Don't go too crazy on it, but we're there. So if we see this, let me do it in there. Okay, Jeff, what's that?
Vermont?
Yeah, that's true. That's Vermont. But that's a head and shoulders top formation. Top sounds like something else. It sounds like I shouldn't have said that on a family channel. But anyway, so this is a head and shoulders top. So it goes up a little, down, then up a lot, and then down. And then what we call, and it goes, this is a bearish indicator, or they actually talk about it. It's called a reversal of an uptrend. Here's the uptrend, and then it reverses. Now, when we worked on the floor, this was called a dead cat bounce. The cat goes, it's still dead. So when it came from the thing is that if you throw a cat off a building, it bounces once before it dies. So what happens is it goes down, up a little bit, and then back down. So this is the head and shoulders top. Now, what Aaron asked about was a bottom, bottoms and tops. It's either a queen song or something I shouldn't be talking about. So here we go. So now, down a little bit, up, down a lot, up, down a little bit, and up again. So that's a head and shoulders bottom, and they call this bullish, or here's the downtrend, and here's the reversal. That's a bullish indicator. Now, what do we call this? When it goes through resistance, that's called a breakout, okay? Now, so right here, since we saw this pattern, we know it's going to go up. So we'll try to buy it here, so we take the ride. Now, we have another one, which is so stupid. This is one I never got. I understand the idea, but here's a saucer, right? Looks like a big-ass smile. Here's the problem with, so this is another, here's the downtrend, here's the reverse. But here's the problem with this. How the fuck do you know you're in a saucer? Here. Like, if you want to do it, buy it here. You don't know you're in the saucer till you're already out. So it's kind of hard to, that's a hard one to do. That's a regular saucer. And here's an invert. Turn that frown upside down. So that's an inverted saucer. That's bearish or reversal of an uptrend. Again, now if it goes up and down in here, if it goes through, that's a breakout. Or if it goes here it should bounce up. But if it doesn't, it goes through. That's a breakout on the downside. That's bearish. I mean, not much more than that on the. There's not all, and there's some other technical stuff. Just know that, like, if you see anything to do with trading, okay, anything to do with trading. That is going to be technical trading. So, and remember, they always remember, my old teacher said this, Greco, the way he remembered fundamental, it was no fun, okay? The fun for no fun, because it's fucking boring. Like, I hate balance sheets, right? I like watching patterns, okay? Looking for the death cross and all this shit that people use, right? Like, if you want to be a technical trader, there's a book called Technical
Analysis, yeah.
Yeah, by I forgot the guy's name. But I remember, how about this? So I remember there was a class at the New York Institute of Finance we were supposed to go with this girl, Vicky. I remember her name. It was like the mid-'90s. We both signed up for the class. We were going to go. And it was the guy who wrote that book. So I forgot his fucking name. I should know. But we went, and the day before, she lives in Staten Island, the day before she got hit by a fucking car and died. Like, literally, I was like, it might have been the day of, because I remember going, where the hell is she? We have to go. And then somebody goes, no, she's dead. She died. It was it's so crazy. It's such a morbid story. Way to end this happy thing on a morbid stuff. But I never went. So I blame her for that. Now, so technical trading is like that. And then the fundamental is no fun. You're looking at balance sheets, earnings per share. Now, the best part about these formulas, right, are that we're fucking dumbasses. So they make them easy. Think about it. PE ratio, PE, price to earnings, price divided by earnings. How hard is that, right? Earnings per share, earnings divided by shares. They make it easy, okay? Current ratio, current assets divided by current liabilities, okay? Dividend payout ratio, how much we pay in dividends versus how much we earn. It all kind of works, okay? It's anything. If you see any of those things, any ratios, if you see bottom up, top down, if you see balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, that's all fundamental. And I did a video on bottom up, top down, maybe about 2 weeks ago. I also just did a video the other day, I think is very funny, on credit default swaps. The fact that not all of you have seen it really hurts my fucking feelings. I think it was awesome, but whatever. Now, okay, Jeffrey Silverman. Okay. Now, this is super easy, I think, okay? Again, I have the videos on this, so I'll cover it. But, so remember something. Everything pays taxes on every level, okay? All bonds pay taxes on every level, except for 7 things. So if it's not one of these 7, it's weird seeing it reverse, right? Because I'm like, okay, if it's not one of these 7 things, it pays taxes on state, local, and federal. So here we go. Bills, notes, bonds, tips, and strips. I'm going to say it again. Bills, notes, bonds, tips, and strips. They pay federal, not state. Again, bills, notes, bonds, tips, and strips. They pay federal, not state. Now, what's cool about the way I did it, because I'm a fucking genius, is I start short and end long. Bills are short. Notes are a little longer. Bonds are longer. Tips and strips are the longest, like with this bonds. But again, they pay federal, but not state. On the muni side, what are the other 2 things? GOs and revenues. They pay state, but not federal. And they might not even pay state if you buy it in your own state. So always remember, entities tax themselves. So if you buy treasuries, you pay federal taxes. If you buy munis, you pay state taxes. But you could get away with it if you didn't have, if you live it in your own state. But remember, muni bonds are not triple tax free, not in your state. You may not pay, if you buy in your own state, they may not tax them, but they're not triple tax free unless it's from a territory. Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, and Guam. All those 4, if they issue bonds, they pay 0 taxes on them because you want to help them out. Okay, now, the other thing you might be thinking about is accretion and amortization, which I do not have time to go through, but accretion is, so if you buy a bond at 800, I'm going to go through it anyway. So if you buy a bond at $800 and it's going to mature at $1,000 in 10 years, your interest, it's a 0 coupon. That interest is $200. But you're not getting it for 10 years. The IRS goes, good, you're not getting it. We want to tax you on it. So the IRS does not want to wait 10 years. So they're going to make you take a little bit of that $200 every year, divided by 10 years, $20 a year. They're going to say, we're going to tax you on that little bit, that little slice every year. Even though you're not getting the money, fuck the IRS, right? So they are getting the money. Hold on, watch, I'm going to be audited in a second, but it's fine. They take a little bit, that's called phantom income, because you're getting taxed on money you're not getting yet. So that's why you maybe now remember, this is the best part about this. Why do they say people of moderate income should buy 0 coupon strips for college savings? Because remember, if you buy a strip, it's a 0 coupon over 20 years. If you buy it for $2,000 and it's worth 20 grand in 20 years, the IRS is going to want to tax you every year on that, on a little bit of that every year. However, moderate income goes along with this stat, which is this is my first favorite stat. Can anyone tell me? It's rhetorical. I'm going to answer it. What percentage of households pay 0 federal tax? Jeff, do you know that number?
0 federal.
What percentage of households pay 0 federal tax? I've never got 1 or 2 people have ever gotten even close to it.
I'd say the ultra wealthy.
You would think that's what everyone thinks. It's really 42%.
Really?
42% of U.S. households pay 0 federal tax, which means that if you're in the lower 44% of income, you pay no federal tax. So you don't give a shit if you accrete because you're not paying taxes on it anyway. So that's why it's good for if you're on the lower end or moderate income. And the thing is, these are things you need to know to help make good recommendations, right? So if someone is on the bottom 42% of income and they're smart enough to think, I want to save for college, because you should, they buy strips when the kid's born, they will pay no taxes on that growth. Because even though the IRS makes them accrete it, they don't have to. They do, but they don't have to pay it because they're not paying it. Now, people in the top half have to pay taxes on it. So they will not. So you would put that in like a Coverdell or something, or an IRA, so you don't pay taxes to the end. But if you buy it regularly, you're going to pay taxes every year. Now, the same idea works with amortization. So you're raising your cost basis up a little bit every year. And again, I have videos on it. I'm doing a really quick overview. Now, if you buy a premium, Only a muni premium has to do it, but I'm going to go through the whole thing. If you buy a premium, you can actually say you buy it for $1,200 and it matures in 10 years. You buy it for 12. Remember, when you buy a bond, it matures. You're getting $1,000 no matter what you freaking paid for it. You're getting $1,000. So if you pay $1,200 for a bond, you're getting $1,000 when it matures. So you're losing $200. So the IRS lets you carve that into slices over the 10 years and reduce your cost basis every year by that. You don't have to unless it's a muni. So if you buy a corporate or treasury, you don't have to amortize, but you can if you want. If you buy a muni, you have to amortize. And if you ask me what the tax consequences of doing that, I have no fucking idea. I don't know. They say you don't get a deduction, so I don't know why you would do it, but it is what it is. So, Jeff, that's most of the tax shit. The treasuries and the munis are the only ones that don't pay taxes on every level. And if you buy it at a discount, you might have to accrete or amortize if it's a premium. Hope that helps. Jeff, I hope that helps a little bit. Okay. John, use trading codes for the 7. Okay, they're okay and they help. I think they're okay, but I think STC is better. Most of the principal exams, I think STC is better, but it's not bad to have both because I got a girl taking the 9 I'm working on, and she using STC and training consultants at the same time. And the training consultant's kicking her ass. Okay, she's fine, she's passing, but training consultants is really challenging her. But I do think, and I have the principal of the Series 24 class on Sunday nights. And it's funny, I had like 15 people in it in this fall. Everyone's passed. I'm down to like one person. Just go. Karen is literally getting private lessons for the $160 a month. But that's what I do. Because that's how it works. My 7 classes, when I first started, there's like 3 people in it. I was losing money. Now there's so many people in it. It is fucking awesome. Okay. So, but the reason I say this because Mike, who was on here all the time, he made me play Cult of Personality. He used SEC, and I think he got some Past Perfect stuff too, but I think he had training consultants too. So if you're going to use training consultants, I would absolutely try to get STC as a supplement, John. Okay. Jorge Moctezuma. I think I said it right. Moctezuma. Okay. Is that like Moctezuma's Revenge? I know it's Montezuma. Whatever. Okay, so now I have my exam next Tuesday. I'm just defining everything less losing. I'm really having trouble with taxation. Okay, I just did that. That'll help a little bit, Jorge. Now, remember, there's the other rule. Everything's ordinary income. I'm talking to you. Everything's ordinary income, except for 3 things. I love the rule of 3s, because 3s is a big thing, right? Everything's ordinary income except for 3 things. A buy and a sell, that's capital gains or loss. Option expiration, capital gain or loss. And remember, not all mutual fund distributions. A mutual fund distribution of capital gains is a capital gain. And remember, if it's longer, when a mutual fund distributes capital gains, it's long or short, whatever they say it is for you, okay? But go in my crash course playlist, okay? I have a crash course, but not just a quick and dirty where I get stung by a bee, which is always funny for everyone. Like people, after everyone passes 7, I saw that thing where you got stung by a bee. All right, what are you doing in the video? It's fucking a lot of fun. Find my crash course. I have 2 videos in there. Anyone doing this taking the 7, if you don't watch anything, which you should, go in the crash course and find the 2 taxes video. Taxes baby, and then taxation and options. It will save you, I promise you. Okay. Jeffrey Silverman again. Okay. It's on so if you sign up for the options class, there's options videos for $20. Then you can get for $25, you get the FINRA class and the options videos. And then for $50 a month, you get the options class, the FINRA class, and then the options videos, and then repeats of all the old classes. Now, the FINRA class is at 7 p.m. Eastern Friday. I say Eastern because it's my thing. And then my options is at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it's right after. It's 2 different links. So the Zoom link goes out around 3 or 4 p.m. So I have Jeff, do you see the same thing I do?
What are you looking at?
No, I'm saying, do you see the same format as I showed you we have? Like you see all the chat inside and everything, or no? Okay, yes, good. Okay. We're working out the kinks. Okay. Alexander, I'll get to you in a second. Where did I get this? I fucking love this thing. So if you go to Glance, it's Colton. I love this thing. I had a bigger one. I have a 5-foot one I gave to my son. I get it back in the summer. But you can put anything on there. You can put sports. You can put fucking quotes. But I like the ticker. And up there, I could right there. The other one, that was my first one. And then I got this one. And then I got a big 5-footer, which I can't put it in here yet. My wife would fucking kill me. So we'll work on that. Okay. Alexander saw it. Okay. Now, Alexander, this every Tuesday night, it's usually 8 p.m., but I had a coaches meeting for lacrosse. That's why I did it late. It'll always be 8 p.m. Even when I'm on vacation, I do it at 8 p.m. Eastern, no matter what, okay? My family knows not to fuck with that time, even though I had to go to this meeting. So I'm glad I went. It's fun to see it's fun to see a lot of the young dads getting involved. It's great. So this thing is SIE and 7. Thursdays is for NASA. So anyone who passes a 7, after you do that, join my thing on Thursday. Stop coming here and go on the Thursday nights. That's why I have it split up, which is kind of cool. I think it made it better. So there's less, you don't have to sit there and go get coffee while I'm talking about like investment advisors and CAPM and shit like that. So it's every Friday night, every Tuesday night at 8. But also, Alexander, if you get stuck, if you join the membership, we meet every Friday. It's a Zoom. It's not a lot. It's not like this. Okay. Now, hold on. I'll get you. James, I saw you post on LinkedIn. That is awesome. So let's see. Okay. I love it. I wish I had songs, but I don't have any fucking songs for you. It's crazy. What's that one? Nope. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. This is going to be boring. Okay, good. Happy for you, baby. Okay. So, I mean, the only thing I can play you is this other thing that the guy had me. He requested this on TikTok. Ham, baby. But I got to cut it off very, very quickly. Okay. I literally watched the whole video to play the song, and literally there's like 5 seconds where it doesn't have a word that I would never say or other words. I will say other words, but the one word I will not say. So interesting. So congrats, my baby. Now, 6, get the STC. Here's the thing. For Series 6, most important, mutual funds, annuities, customer accounts, and communications. You got to do the suitability, but it's only fucking 50 questions. But investment companies, which is all mutual funds, annuities, customer accounts, communication, and then if you get suitability in, that would really help you a lot. Okay. Back to you, Leo the lion. Okay. Yes. Okay. Here's the thing. They talk about there's a DREP for mutual fund stuff, but here's the thing. So everything's T+1, but literally this is what they said. In the ruling, it says everything is now T+1. So everything's T+1. That makes it easy. And they go, except for mutual funds. So mutual funds do their own thing. They can literally set their own X date whenever they want. So they're not going to kill you on that. But on this stuff, they will. Okay. Now, everything's T+1. So that makes it easy. Your X date and the record date are the same fucking date. Okay. So remember, I used to DERP, right? DERP. Declaration date is always the first. Then we have X and record date are the same day. Now, don't get confused. They are different things, just the same day. So X date is a day, first date accrued, it starts trading without the dividend. So on the X day, the stock drops. But here's the thing. You need to buy it before the X day to get the dividend. But you have to settle on the record day. So if you have to buy it before the X day to get the dividend, and so that means you're going to settle on the record day. So you got to buy it before the X day so you can settle on the record day. Because I want everyone to imagine this, right? So when you're thinking about the record day, think the transfer agent sitting there on, say, record date's Thursday. At the end of the day, Thursday, they're sitting there looking at the list of all the shareholders. As long as you settle by the close of business on Thursday, your name's on the list, they pay you a dividend. If it's not on the list, you don't get a dividend. So if you buy this stock on Thursday, you settle on Friday, you're too fucking late. However, if you sell the stock on Thursday, you don't come off the list till Friday, so you get the dividend. So remember, somebody gets a dividend. If the buyer gets it, the seller doesn't. If the buyer doesn't get, the seller does. So on the X record day, the buyer doesn't get the dividend, the seller does. The only hook to that is if they say you bought it in a cash trade or same-day settlement. Do not listen to me. I can't say this enough. Do not, I'm serious now, do not confuse cash account with cash trade. A cash account just means you're not using margin. It's still T+1 for everything. Cash trade or same-day settlement, cash settlement is same day. Remember that. Cash account does not mean it's same-day settlement. It means you're not using margin. Okay. 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 Oh, so Aaron, this is the thing. So everyone, I did this on Thursday. So Jeff Gitlin is my partner in life. No, I'm kidding. So he's my partner in business. I keep saying that. I keep fucking with him. So he's my partner. Anyway, so he's my wife is my beard. No, I'm kidding. So we're going to help grow this business. He's going to help once we get the kinks out. He's going to help make this even smoother by if somebody says something that matches. He's going to help look through the comments so if I have somebody asking the same question twice, we can get through it in one shot. So he's going to help smooth this shit out and help run it. And we're trying to grow this fucking bitch. Okay. Okay. And Erin's like one of my favorite students. Okay. She played lacrosse at Syracuse and I think Holy Cross. I can't remember. I think it was that. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay. Now, if it was Holy Cross, beautiful campus. Okay. And if Syracuse, cold fucking campus. Okay. Now, Anthony Martinez. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but let's see. So I'm going for my SIE exam in a few months. If you had to ballpark it, what portion is basic? It's not, none of it's basic. I mean, if you know industry a little bit, if you know the industry a little bit, then it's not going to be that bad. But it's not like, hey, what does a call mean? It's not going to be like, hey, what does a bond mean? They'll probably give you scenarios. And it's not impossible. Okay. The SIE is not impossible. It's actually a pretty straightforward exam. Much more straightforward than the vendors. But your best, if you're going to go for it in a couple months, why wait so fucking long? Unless you're in college, and I get it. But it should take you 4 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks is the sweet spot. And just focus on reading. And if you don't have a vendor, get Achievable. If you don't want to get Achievable, get STC, and then you can go into Kaplan and Notman if you want. But really, for the SIE, Achievable is the fucking shit. It doesn't have an app, but it works perfectly on your phone. Okay. Okay. Now, Robert Judson. Okay, here we go. So now, here's the deal on this. I have a video on this, but when you create, and I'll find it while I'm talking. When you create a position, okay? When you create a position, okay? You're opening it. So whether you buy or sell, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. Whether you buy or sell, it's still going to be opening or closing, okay? So when you create a position, it's opening. When you get rid of it, it's closing. Let's see so let me find it. Oh, there it is. I love this shit. Okay, good. I love when I find this shit. And eventually, once we get this catalog, Jeff's going to do this for me. Okay, now here we go. Because he'll be better at it. Now, back to this. Where are you? Retired military. Got it. Okay. Yeah, my dog definitely. I swear to God, all my teaching in my if all my teaching, I think my kids could probably almost have passed the test because they used to have to drive with me. Okay, now back to this. So when you buy an option for the first time, you're creating a position. So that's an opening buy. Opening means create a position. Then when you get rid of it, it has to be a closing sell. So remember, write down open and then close with blanks after. So if you open buy, it has to be followed by a closing sale because you're getting rid of it. So then the other side is if you short an option, that's creating a position. That's an opening sell, and that has to be followed by a closing buy. Because remember, opening means create a position. Shorting it means, and closing it means close it, right? So opening means create a position, long or short, and closing means get rid of it. Watch that video. It'll help you a lot. It should help you a bit. Okay. But again, always remember, I always equate it like going into a room, you open a door, and when you leave, you close it with my kids. But whatever. So opening means you're starting it. Closing means you get rid of it. And if you buy first, you have to sell second. Now, Leo, let's go with this. Yeah. So, okay. Now, selling short a put is the same as, now, this goes to the question. In real world, when you go to sell an option, you have to mark it opening or close. Because if it's opening, we know it's short. If it's closing, you're just getting rid of what you own. And that goes back to what Robert said, right? Judson. Okay, so now, so let's talk about this. So if I sell a June 55 put at 2, if they're asking what's the max loss, it means it's a shorting it, okay? So if they say you owned it, then you sold it, fine. But if they just say you sold an option, it's sloppy, but it should mean short. So if I sell a 55 put at 2, my break even's 53, and I can lose money down to 0, so I lose 53. So shorting a put meant strike minus premium is break even is 53. And then the max loss is 53. The max gain is 2. So yes, when they say selling a put and selling a put and shorting a put usually means the same thing. Okay. I hear you. I'm with you. It's fine. I won't get in on this because, okay. Aaron, close, right? That's what I'm saying. Crazy that everyone thinks that it's so little that pay no taxes on that. Now, remember, here's my thing on this. If you're in the bottom 42% of your income, you shouldn't be fucking taxes. You're basically just trying to make sure you eat. Why do you have to give money to the fucking government? The black hole of the government. Okay. Thank you for your service. Okay. 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 Taking the 7 tomorrow. Didn't do a practice. Yeah. No, man. Simon, have you ever watched any of my videos? Don't fucking take tests the day before. There's no upside to it. Literally, if you take a test the day before the test, if you don't do well on it, your mind's fucked. You might as well not take it. So again, there's no upside. I equate it to, if you guys ever played varsity ball, like football and stuff like that, sometimes we didn't have enough people to scrimmage ourselves. So sometimes the varsity would scrimmage a JV. Now, I was on JV probably through junior year, and then I made the varsity, but I wasn't big enough. I was too slow. Irish, you know how it is. I got bigger in college. Now, I was a 15-year-old 16-year-old senior in high school. Okay, now, when the varsity plays a JV, there is no upside because you're supposed to win, like taking your test, but if they lose, they're screwed. I mean, that's the worst thing in the world. So the whole point here is that there's no upside to taking the test the day before. Yes, it may confirm where you are, but you knew that already. So you're better off watching the crash course, reading customer accounts, going a little option questions, stuff like that. Simon, you're going to get off my goddamn live and go get some sleep. Okay. Aaron Coleman, that's great. So fight inflation and outpaces is very similar. But so if they just say fights inflation, you can do tips or any kind of inflation protected security or common or, any kind of common stock or mutual funds and variable annuities. But if they say outpaces inflation, you cannot use tips. Okay. Okay. Now, Letitia, I'll get you. Now, fights inflation means it could be either one. It could be either it could meet inflation or beat it. Outpaces inflation absolutely has to beat it, which means it cannot be a tips because a tips matches inflation, doesn't beat it. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. Now, Letitia. Okay. Now. Okay. Didn't pass. That's fine. So if you go on my website on the series7exam.org, find it. Now, what you want to do is, so since you didn't pass, let's talk about that for a second. Okay. First of all, before we talk about the money part, first of all, make sure you reread the book. Even if you miss by 1 point, reread the book. That's what I tell everyone. The worst thing in the world is missing by 1 because 1, you'll be thinking backwards, but don't think forwards, okay? Always think forwards. Don't think backwards. Think, okay, what am I going to do? Don't think what I missed. Think what I'm going to do. So the worst thing in the world is you miss by 1. You think, oh, I'm just going to make up a point or 2. No fucking way. You got to reread the book. You have to act like you missed by 31 points. So reread the book. Spend the first 2 weeks reading the book. Then do quizzes, then start doing finals. So if you haven't read the book yet, before we meet, start reading the book. Just go back and read in the book. And listen, this is what I tell everyone. I said this all the time. If you fail the exam, it's a 30-day problem in a 40-year career, right? So that's a big deal. 2 years from now, when you're all done with everything, when somebody fails, you'll have empathy and you'll know how to help them. So think about that as a learning experience, okay? You don't fail till you fucking quit. Now, so first 2 weeks read. Then right when you're about halfway done with the book, start looking on my website for openings because I do book out a couple weeks out. And grab a spot. We'll go for an hour. We'll hammer through stuff. The other thing you can do is remember, I have the options, the memberships. We can, granted, if it's the SIE, don't do it. But if it's for the 7 and the 65, we do classes on Friday nights. So even if you can't get a meeting, we have the class. It helps, and it's cheaper. I mean, literally $25 a month for the run class or $50 for the options and the FINRA class. That's $8 a month. That's $8 a class. That's pretty cheap. Okay. 1 second. I'll be done in 10 or so. Okay. Because my wife's not my daughter's, and she's going to wait till I'm done. She's very polite that she doesn't want to come in while I'm doing this. Okay. Now, let's keep going. Stacker, baby. You're getting 65s on Kaplan, and you still have literally 3 weeks to go. You are fucking solid. Now, here's what I tell everyone to do. If you feel you can't get your score up, if you can't get it up, that's what she said. If you can't get it up, Oh, I want to say it again. Just maybe take 2-3 days and just go back to reading. And not everything, like the lower sections, just read. I think that's your best bet, okay? So when you do, I feel bad that Jeff's face is covered by the words, but that's okay. So now, his manly Arnold Schwarzenegger beard going on. So now, go for, I would spend 2-3 days, since you have so much time, from now until Sunday, unless they make you take tests, just rereading. Try that for a couple of days. I said for what? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So how was that? 5 days. Do that. I can't count. Do that for 5 days. Also, that's to make you feel better that I am literally numbers blind and I never get less than like high 90s on these real exams. So keep that in mind that the math is really easy. Spend 3-4 days just reading and then go back to test. I bet you see a big difference. And take a day off once in a while. What's up, Lisa? Okay. Boom, I love it. Okay. It's been a year, 7 months with everything. I fucking love it, Lisa, baby. How great is it to have everything done? It's a great feeling to come on here knowing I got nothing over. Now, come on, Lisa, let's go get the 24. Okay. Okay. Are we testing 4 weeks? Gordo, let's go, baby. Okay. What are you going to do? Focus on the reading. Focus on the reading. Boom. Okay. Construction loan notes. They're never going to ask you that fucking shit. Zoe, if you get that question on a test, it's absolutely a test question or a fake one. Because there's no way they're asking you accrued interest on muni notes. They don't even ask it on the regular bonds. Okay. Vengeance is mine. Okay. Vengeance is mine. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Anthony, that's good. If you're taking finance now and you're trying to take the essay in a few months, you could probably swing this. You could probably study on the weekends and bang this out before you graduate. Imagine that. You graduate and go, oh, you need the essay. Already done, baby. You can literally, I'm not saying to keep your classes, okay? Don't ruin your grades. But hell, if it's senior year, though, what the fuck? How hard? I mean, if you're taking hard classes spring of your senior year, you fucked up for the last 3 years. I mean, literally, you should be doing underwear to basket weaving by now. So you could take the SIE and the 63 before you even start. So maybe try to get the 63 while you're learning this shit, bang that out, and then right after you graduate, go bang out the get the 63 done or the 66, depending where you're going to go. And then you have one test to take because you can take any of the NASA exams and the SIE exam without sponsorship. I'm making a big fucking push. I have a video on it. If you guys find the video, please share it to everyone at your firm. I'm trying to get it where the firms will start saying, okay, you know what? It's a good point. We shouldn't have to sponsor for the 7. You should be able to take the 7 on your own. How much money would that save the firms? They don't have to sit there. They wouldn't have to pay someone for 6 months to fail the test 3 times. You could fail it on your own dime. Okay. Noah Noir. Get the SAE out of the way. It lasts 4 years. You could do both. If you're going to paper trade, it's not that hard. Okay. So if you have a job, then it's hard. But I mean, if you can bang, let's get the SIE done, Noah. Just get it done. Get it. You can probably study for 4 weeks, get it done, and then you can paper trade for 5 months. Okay. Fujiyama. I like it. That's awesome. I wish I had a song for you, but I'll play something boring. That's a little scary. That's crazy. I really have to upload new videos. I'm a little upset, but congrats, my man. Or I think. Okay, that's awesome. Now what are you doing now? Are you taking the 7 or the 6 or anything? Okay. Okay, Joshua. This is so easy. Okay, now. Okay. So Kalani, we'll talk about the Kiani. Okay, now Joshua. This is very easy. If it's a call or a put by itself, call up, put down. It's call. If it's a buy call or a sell call, doesn't matter. Strike plus premium. That's it. If it's a put, strike minus premium. That's it. Okay. That literally, if it's a call by itself, it's strike plus premium. If it's a put by itself, buy or sell, doesn't matter. It's strike minus premium. However, the only difference here, if there's a hedge, like stock and an option, it's very easy. Just write this down, Joshua. Everyone who wants to do break even and a hedging, first of all, find my break even blitz video. It'll help. It's in the options basics. But here we go. If stock and an option, it's always stock. Hear me. Hear me, Lord. Stock plus or minus premium, not the strike, stock. So if you buy stock, sell a call, or buy stock, buy a put, or short stock, buy a call, short stock, sell a put, it's stock and an option. You do the stock price plus or minus the premium. Now, Ken, what do you mean by that? So I'm going to take the stock price and add or subtract the premium from the stock. That's my break even. How do I know which one to do? Well, if you see the same action, a buy, or sell, you add. Doesn't matter, call or put. Buy, or sell, you add it. If it's a buy, sell, you subtract. So if it's the same, you add, different, you subtract. I'll say that again. If you have stock and an option, if it's the same, you add. If it's different, you subtract. Buy, or sell, it's add. Buy and sell, subtract. So easy. You should be able to look at these things and boom, right away. Now, write it down, but you should be able to look at it right away and see it. I can literally, if I see a problem, I know the break even right away. Maybe not on the spreads right away, but everything else I look and I can see it right away because I do it so many times. And as I explain it this way, I'm not that fucking smart. I do a good job acting like it. But I equate it to like Bill Murray and Groundhog Day. I've literally seen the same thing so many times that it's just innate. Okay. Now, how do I choose the right investment? That's tough. But here, they have the rule. Like, so everyone does that whole 100 minus your age for bonds. I do this. I do your age and debt. So if you're 40 years old, 40% debt. If you're 60 years old, 60%. 80 years old, probably closer to 100 because you're near. If you're 80 years old, you're probably 80% debt. If you're 90, probably all debt, maybe a little bit of equity because you're literally 7 years past your expiration date. So you're literally walking on, you're on fumes. Death is like knocking on your door. Okay. So you got to play that. You got to do short-term shit. So I do your age, but again, you do the age and bonds and then you adjust it for what they want. So if you have like a 25-year-old, should be like, think 25% bonds, but if they make money, they're aggressive, fuck the bonds, go equity. Literally that you have to, and really, even though I say the 25, anyone under 12 and has a good job, fuck the bonds. Just go equity all the way. Okay. Now, here we go. Yeah, no, listen. I'm telling you right now, Keani, that's a 7 and a 6 question. It's both. Remember, I'm doing the SIE 7 and 6. I just can't list everyone in the title. It's crazy. Okay. Oh, it's for the SIE. Watch my videos. We can do an hour. Just read the book, Letitia. Okay. And then we'll meet. So cover what you mean, writing, selling, shorting, selling, short. Yeah. So as I tell everyone, buy, let's choose both. Buy, own, hold, long, debit, all kind of mean the same thing. Then on the sell side, sell, short, write, credit mean the same thing. So if you see a credit spread, you're selling a spread. If you see a debit spread, you're buying a spread. But on options, if you see sell, write, short, that means the same. They all mean pretty much sell. The only time it wouldn't be the sell wouldn't mean short if it said you owned a call and then you sold it. But you would see they might say they have a position and they sold it. They would make it very clear. If they don't mention a position, then assume it's short. Okay. Yeah, Guadalupe. This is easy shit. Find my video on it. But look, when you're putting in, you're accumulating wealth, accumulation units, and they grow in value. Okay? And when you're annuitizing, when you pay out, you're getting annuitized. That's annuity units. The only difference here, so again, accumulation units, they grow in value. Probably not heavily testable. But when you're selling it, when you're getting the money out, that's payout, that's annuitization. The only thing is, once you annuitize, you have a set number. So if you buy accumulation units and you keep buying them, you're going to get more and more units and they go up in value. But if you do it, once you annuitize, the set number of annuities is your number. It never changes. If it's a fixed annuity, the value doesn't change and the payment doesn't change. If it's variable, then that goes up and down. Okay. How far away am I? I got to move up a little. I got to get this done because my wife, she's waiting for me to get done. Okay. Boom. No, Katiana, no, you're going to fucking rock this thing, okay? You're getting mid-60s, 70s, and you got a 76. You're ready, baby. You are fucking ready. Tell me, everyone on here, tell me you're going to pass this exam. I need to see that energy that you're going to pass. And Katiana, I need to be loud and proud that you're going to pass this thing. Now, what do you do for the next 3 days? Test until tomorrow, okay? Test tomorrow, no test Thursday. Watch the beginning of this. Go over the crash course playlist. Maybe do a couple of option things if it's an option question, if it's a Series 7. Remember, anyone who's taken the test, the last thing you do is read customer accounts. It's not that it's hard. It's just that it's easy and heavily enough tested. And the worst thing in the world is you to take a test and go, oh my God, I used to know that. And you hadn't read it in a month. So get on it. Okay. Yes, whatever book you have. Okay. Whatever. That's funny, Zoe. Okay. Yeah, baby. Justin, we got this. Yeah, read the book. Read whatever manual you have. Kaplan, STC, Achievable, Notman, Training Consultant. If it's Fire Solutions, don't bother. Okay, so now. Yeah, don't worry about it. They're not going to do that. Sometimes the vendors go a little fucking nuts. And, okay. Tomorrow, baby, Joshua, I know you're going to pass it. You know how I know? Everyone taking it tomorrow. You know I know you're going to pass? There we go, baby. There we go. Okay. We're going to get this, Joshua. We got this. Oh, SIE. Yeah. Oh, so you're going to rock this thing. Oh, my God. Yes, we got this. Okay. Boom. You pass the pass the SIE. Now we're going for the 7. You're going to nail this. You are going to fucking nail it. I want to see everyone say you passed. Okay. Okay, Alejandro, I'm going to get to your ridiculous question in a second. Okay. I'm kidding. Steven. Okay. Stop taking the FINRA exam. Well, wait. Okay. You can't just take the same exam over and over again. That's something stupid me would do. Don't do that. If you're rotating between the free Notman one and that, go on my website. If you really don't want to spend money, buy the fucking Kaplan. It's like $40. And I think if you put an LPL Financial, you might get a discount. I don't know. But you didn't hear that from me. Shh, don't tell anyone. Just buy a fucking Q Bank. You can't just take the same test over and over again. That's like insanity. That's like me trying to talk to my kids over and over again. They don't want to talk to me. Now, if you really don't want to spend the money, go to my playlist and find exam walkthroughs. I have 5 exams on there, maybe 6 that I do online. You can take them with me. Do those. If you pass those, you're probably ready. But please get a book. Please get somebody's questions. Kaplan's a great book. Buy their questions. Okay. Okay. Here we go. It's possible. Maybe the SIE, you cannot pass the 7. Although I had a student that said he just watched my videos and passed the exams, but I'm not a fan of that. I mean, look, you can do it. I wouldn't. I mean, there are people who have done it. I wouldn't do it. Unless you are like the best test taker in the world, and you're a goddamn finance econ major who got 4.5 GPA, then maybe. Other than that, read the fucking book. Okay. Yeah, Diesel, baby. Okay. Zoe, I have to see if I can do it tonight. Yeah, so always remember, corporates and munis are 3360. Okay? So, right, corporates and munis are 30-day a month, 360-day a year, and treasurers are actual. And you're right. I always remember corporations. That's how I say corporations. My Tommy Turner told me to do that. Sounds like a singer. I worked with him on the floor. Corporations. That's how he knew corporates were in 8s. Treasurers in 30 seconds, because that'd be weird. Okay. I'm trying to get through a lot of this before my wife kills me. Okay. Just don't worry about the money so much. Don't worry about this. So here's the thing on this. I swear to God, I just put a wash sale video out. I literally just did a wash sale like 2 hours ago. So watch that, okay? It's me sitting out in the sun. So it was really done a year ago, but I put it out today. So when you do a wash sale, if you sell stock for a loss, you cannot, if you sell stock for a loss and then buy the stock back within 30 days, they wipe out, you can't take the loss and you get your taxes. So what they do is, this is what you need to know, maybe. Knowing what I just said is the big part. They add your loss to your cost basis. So if you sell stock at 30 and then buy it back 2 weeks later at 40, and you say it was a $10 loss, they'll say your new cost basis is $50. All you need to know is that they add your cost basis to your price. You don't have to pay it. But then when you actually sell the stock, then you can take the loss. So it's not that you can never take the loss. It's that you have to wait until you actually sell it and stay out of it. Now, if you sell stock for a loss, what can you not do during the 30 days? You cannot buy the stock. You cannot buy a call. You cannot buy a warrant. You cannot buy a right. You cannot buy convertible bonds or preferreds, because that's like buying the stock. That's going to be questions. Okay. I like SDC better, Haiti, but Haiti, Heidi ho. I shouldn't have said that, but Haiti, Heidi, Calado. Now, I'm riffing, so sometimes I say shit I shouldn't say. I like SEC better, but I do like your rotating. Get your mind going. Get yourself off kilter a little bit so that your mind can handle two different types of questions. So when you walk into the desk, go like a bad bitch. Okay. Don't worry about the SEC ones too much. Brandon's focus on FINRA ones. They don't conflict. They may sound like they conflict, but between FINRA and SEC, they work hand in hand. Okay. New York Life, I like it. I do like them. I work with them a lot. The good thing is they don't pay you. They may pay you a little bit, but they train you. They literally I have a lot of New York Life people I deal with. They will support you. The manager helps you. They push you. They'll get and the one I do, they pay for the SIE and 7 class. You're gonna rock Fredo. Fredo, it was you. I knew it was you, Fredo. Okay, no. I guarantee Fredo knows what I mean. Okay. And anyone over like the age of 40 knows from .com. Okay. We are going to pass, Kayani. Absolutely. Okay, let me catch up here. Oh, Tyler, that's awesome. That is fucking fast. I wish I had a song for you. I have nothing for you. I got nothing except for, you know why I thought you were going to pass? Here we go, baby. That's all I can give you. I'll work on the songs. Tyler, it is such a great feeling to get done. Be done. Now you got to earn. Okay. That is a hell of a name. Zaswavi. Thank you very much. Okay. Brittany, you got to believe that it's written to make you feel. Brittany, that's what you have to do. One, I'm not saying to smoke weed before. I'm not saying to do that, but you got to start taking tests like you're taking your test, right? Wear too small clothes, turn up the heat, replicate the sweat. But here's the deal. I want you to understand, even if you feel like you're failing, you're probably not. Everyone I know who did the SIE and 7, even if they failed, they go, oh my God, I thought I did much worse. So if you think you're failing, you're not. I'm going to tell this real quick. So I had a girl, such a bad fucking story. I had a girl, she was fucking ready, right? And I got to rush through this. I knew she was ready. She called me up and goes, I failed by 1. And she hung up on me. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm trying to call her, text her, fucking like block my number. She wouldn't answer. 2 weeks later, she calls me up and goes, hey, I'm ready to go. I said, what the fuck was that shit? And she goes, no. You was embarrassed because when I tell you what happened, you're going to be really fucking pissed at me. So this has been 10 fucking years and I'm still pissed. Okay. I mean, she was ready. She missed it by 1. She was taking the test. It took maybe 5 years because it was a new test. She was taking it and she was so sure she was failing. And she goes, I told her you're going to feel like it. She goes, no fucking way. Ken's stupid. I don't know. So at question 101, she was so sure she failed. She was going to get out of there. She just hit B to finish out the test. She just hit B for 35 questions, right? Now remember, she failed by fucking 1. That means she was in the 80s, maybe 90s, and she gave up. She was so embarrassed. I worked with her for another week. She passed the test. She fucking killed it. She goes, I don't think I got one wrong. So remember, you will always feel like you're doing worse than you are. Other than on the 66, then you feel like you're doing better. But on the SIE and 7, you will always feel you're doing worse. So keep that on. Yeah. So right, if you sell stock for a loss, nobody cares about buying puts or selling short because it's not equating to buy stock. But selling deep in the puts might be because you have to buy. Okay. Yes, I like it. Do that and then start reading again. I love it. Finish the playlist. Maybe read the chapter after I finished after each chapter. Let me tell my wife she can head home because I'm going to get out of here. Okay. Pretty much done. Head home. I don't type anymore. Everything's voice. Okay. Now, just watch the video. Watch the video. Read the chapter. Watch the video. Read the chapter. It'll help. I do agree. Watching the videos helps. Okay. Okay, this is what I tell everyone. No background in finance doesn't matter. The SIE is doable. This is what I tell everyone. Once you pass 3 exams in a row, 3 finals in a row, then you go to, once you pass 3 finals in a row, book the exam a week later. Okay? Once you pass 3 in a row, solidly, not like a 72 barely, but like mid-70s, and you feel confident, wasn't guessing, book it for a week to 10 days later because you're ready. Now, okay. Zoe, you will have good news. It's not hopefully. You will have good news tomorrow. And only one person said they were going to pass. I'm very disappointed. Okay. We got this. You can't do any more. Now, it seems like you're missing a letter, but that's okay. You're missing a vowel in there. But Michael Shved, it's a nice nice Irish name, I think. So don't write this. Man, relax, baby. Go watch my 66 Quick and Dirty. Tell yourself, tell me you're going to pass the fucking test. Tell yourself you're going to pass it. Get some sleep. Get laid. Whatever you have to do to relax tonight. And go do this thing. You're going to nail it. I want you to be totally, you're going to be a badass, Michael. You're going to be a badass fucking Mike. You're going to be as good as Michael Jordan, okay? I'm going to end on this one. I'm going to come back real quick. And everyone listen to this.
Good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're going to walk in there like a fucking badass. You're going to get this, okay? This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to. Today. This is the thing. You're going to go in there. You're going to read every fucking word. You're going to come out there like a champ. I know you're going to feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not, because you're going to do this. You're going to nail this thing.
Right. That's funny. There you go, Michael. Okay, now. So, hold on. Zoe, you're right. Fucking FINRA's gaslighting all of us with this shit. I agree. I made ass-lighting, gaslighting, probably the same thing. Okay. Yeah, so on spreads, you find the dominant option. If it's a call spread, doesn't even matter. You add you net the premiums, and then you add to the lower, the net, or you subtract from the higher if it's a put. Call up, put down. It works. Add to the lower. So remember, here's another thing on spreads. The break even will always be in between the spreads. Will always be between. So if you come up with a number that's outside the spread, you fucked up. So add to the lower or subtract from the higher. Boom, baby. I love it. We got this done. Not bad. 9 to 10. I still had a lot of people on here. I figured you'll be asleep by now. Okay, everyone. Jeff, everyone say goodbye to Jeff. And I'm going to kick his ass off here. No. And then we're going to go, and then we'll really talk about him. We'll talk about him behind his back. Okay, everyone, have a good night. Paula, where the fuck? You come on. Hey, didn't I tell you, Jeff? There's always one person that jumps on right when I say goodbye. Paula, I love you. Where have you been? I haven't seen you on the Friday nights. Tell me you passed. Tell me you took the SIE and passed. I'm going to have to wait for this because my wife's on her way home. You got like 30 seconds. When I see the headlights, I'm shutting her down, baby. It's a delay. That's the problem. So we talking live. Everything's on delay because it goes through the restream thing. Anyway, I'll wait for a thing. Okay. Do I got anything on the 9? I have my options videos. I don't do a lot on the 9. I'm thinking about doing the reg stuff on it, but all my options videos work. I'm going to tell you right now, both the 4 and the 4 and the 9. It's much more about the regs than the options. Remember that. You better be there Friday. Osito, good. I'm glad you have questions. They're good. Now, there you go. April Fool's test takers. That means you're going to beat FINRA. Always remember, anyone taking the 4 or the 9, it's always more about the regs than the options. Everyone freaks about the fucking butterfly spreads and shit like that. Don't. Okay. Anyone who's bored, go find my credit default swap video. I think it's a fucking masterpiece by the Ken man himself. It's fucking awesome. Also, find my wash sale, wash trade video. I think it says stop you committing a felony. Okay, everyone. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for being patient and starting a little late. I'm not going to keep doing 9 o'clock because my wife will kill me. But and Jeff would be like, "What the fuck?" Although he's he never sleeps. I don't think he's like me now. We never fucking sleep anymore. That's what happened when you get old. Okay. Brock, baby, boom. Let's get on the 6, baby. Wait, did you pass the 66? Come on Thursday. I'll have music. Okay. Boom. Osito, thank you. I appreciate it, Osito. Brock, if you pass the 66, please come on Thursday night so I have music because I really fucked up. And again, the music I got on my phone right now for this guy, David, who wanted to be played for, is quite inappropriate. Kanye's inappropriate. It was before he was Ye, I guess, or whatever. Anyway, everyone,